And then it goes further. Then you have Joe and Mika go to Mar-a-Lago and kiss the ring and suck up to Donald Trump. You can't make that story up.
Well, I'm not even sure they were kissing the ring. I think they were kissing a little bit lower than that.
I don't know. Do you think it makes sense for Republican Senator Ted Cruz, of all people, to mock literally anyone else for sucking up to Donald Trump? And let me be clear. Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough kissing Donald Trump's ring after calling him a fascist incessantly on their program is like laughable, and we should dunk on them. But there are some people, Waz, that I feel live in glass houses, so maybe they shouldn't throw stones.
Ted Cruz, boy, Lord, like the fact that he could say all of that with no irony, as if 2016 was like some memory far off away that nobody remembers. Donald Trump calling his wife ugly, literally in public, called your wife ugly, disrespected your wife, said your dad did JFK. I remember that. Called you lying Ted Cruz.
We have that video. I actually want to.
Please.
Yeah. So yes, called Ted Cruz's father the Zodiac killer, right?
Oh, yeah, he was the Zodiac killer too.
So let's go to F2. This is what Ted Cruz did after Donald Trump insulted his wife and father.
Hi, this is Ted Cruz calling. I was calling to encourage you to come out and vote on Election Day. Just wanted to encourage you to come out and vote. Thank you, and God bless you.
That was Ted Cruz phone banking in 2016, just because he grew that like very disgusting facial hair. Like that's the same guy. We all know that's you, Ted. Okay, we all know that you were very publicly unmanned by Donald Trump. You kiss his ring every day. I don't know, maybe you go a little lower and kiss something else, as you like to say. But like, have a little bit of freaking self-awareness. Like, this guy is incredible. Like, he really is. All right.
Yeah, he's literally the sleaziest, slimiest dude in Washington. I really don't think there's anything close to it. His own colleagues hate the guy's guts because he was such a sniveling little bastard when he first got to the Senate, and debt ceiling and crash the government kind of nonsense that he was going on, even throwing his own colleagues under the bus. And then he turns around, of course, again, called your wife ugly and unattractive in public, dude. And not only didn't just say, you know what, I'm Republican, vote for the guy. You phone banked for him.
I know.
You put in man hours for this guy after that. Mm-hmm. Disgusting.
Look, I didn't think I was going to play the video, but I can't help it. Let's go to the last video, because this is Trump savaging Senator Ted Cruz. Like, I think we all need to remember, because it's fun for us, not for him. Let's take a look.
Matter of principle, and I'll tell you, biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush.
In the case of lying Ted Cruz, lying Ted lies. Oh, he lies.
Trump retweeted a different meme today. This is what that looks like. Quote, no need to spill the beans. Spill the beans is in quotes. The images are worth 1,000 words. And it has a very attractive picture of Melania, and some would argue not so much for Heidi Cruz, Ted Cruz's wife.
I never expect to hear that from you again. She said that's terrible. Terrible.
His father. I don't know his father. I met him once. I think he's a lovely guy. All I did is point out the fact that on the cover of the National Enquirer, there was a picture of him and crazy Lee Harvey Oswald having breakfast.
That's not funny. Okay, I condemn all of those statements. That was unacceptable.
Crazy Lee Harvey Oswald. Crazy Lee.
Okay.
Oh, too good.
So with that said, okay, I think we've done a proper job in addressing Ted Cruz. Let's keep it real, okay? Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough going to Mar-a-Lago for their meeting with Donald Trump after he won the election. was rich, considering all of the fear mongering they engaged in, all of the talk about how Trump is a dangerous fascist, all the talk about how Trump's going to throw them in prison if he gets elected. You really thought he was going to retaliate against you in that way, and you visited him at Mar-a-Lago? Or could it be that you didn't actually think that at all, and we're just using this tactic of fear in order to help your buddies in the Democratic Party? And look, the other possible reason for that meeting is, they've lost a sizable portion of their audience. MSNBC overall has lost half of its viewers following the election because, I don't know, this is my thesis here. I really think viewers realized that they were being bamboozled, hoodwinked, lied to by the hosts over at MSNBC, who made it appear as though Kamala was running a flawless campaign, Queen Latifah. And so according to the November 2024 Nielsen data, MSNBC's total viewership has dropped by 47% post-election, and its critical 25 to 54 age demographic plummeted to just 63,000 during prime time, a sharp contrast to its pre-election numbers. Now, if you want to compare those numbers to Fox's, and to be clear, Fox has consistently done better than the other cable news channels, but on election night, MSNBC actually for the first time beat the other cable news channels with their viewership, but that was the last time they did well. While MSNBC pulled in 644,000 viewers in primetime, Fox News soared to 3.2 million, an 86% year-over-year increase in total viewers. In the coveted 25 to 54-year-old demographic, Fox saw a 147% surge, averaging 476,000 viewers. By the way, I should also note that CNN dropped in viewership by 33% following the election results. So it could be possible that Mika and Joe are like, oh, maybe we need to change the way we do things, and maybe we should rebuild our relationship with Donald Trump, and that can bring some viewers, back to MSNBC. I don't really know if that would work, but like, how about try this? There's a revolutionary idea. Maybe put your personal relationships and friendships aside and actually do proper factual analysis on what's happening in the election cycle, rather than lie to people and make them think like Kamala's going to kill it, Donald Trump's got no chance. Like, there were people who were genuinely shocked about the election results, which to me was the most shocking thing that happened during the election. So
it's kind of, it's tough for MSNBC because if folks don't remember, man, pretty much after 2016, MSNBC turned itself, and not just MSNBC, CNN, Washington Post, they turned themselves into quote unquote hashtag resistance libs. And then of course, the best home for your never Trumper Republicans. Anybody who ever, had a Republican job, whether it was a staff member on the goddamn George Bush, horrible administration, or, they worked for Mitt Romney or all these other cats. If they denounced Trump, they had a place. And in that time, MSNBC was seeing record viewerships. This is back when Rachel Maddow was doing her whole Russiagate thing. I feel like in 2016, 2017, I used to watch Hayes a decent amount. But full disclosure, I don't watch these guys anymore. But I think after 8 years of the Trump fear mongering, the Trump is the next Hitler, he's the next Mussolini, he rolled into one, he's the devil, and he's gonna kill us, and all of this stuff. I think after 8 years, the act gets tired, man. I really do think that people are just tired of it. And the few people who are left, the few diehards who are left, specifically with Mika and Joe, where that's what they signed up for: resistance, fascism, hatred, and he's a Nazi. They signed up for this rhetoric. And the next day, literally the next day, you just go kiss his ass at his country club? That's insane. People are, look, I'm not a resistance lib, but if I were and I really cared about this stuff and Joe and Mika really did this the next day, yeah, I'd be pissed too and would stop watching it and be like, these people are full of crap.
Yeah, 100%. That's so true. And it was, you're right, like the next day. And the way that they covered it on the show, where Mika is like, people are asking us why we would do that. And my response is, why wouldn't we? It's like, do you really want to have this like defiant attitude after literally a few days ago, you went on The View to call Trump a fascist? Like, she was in tears about the prospect of Trump winning.
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't we? Okay.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.